Yo, what up, guys? It's me, Zayo, and I haven't made a video in a while. It's been like a week or so. Yeah, it's been a fat minute. I just been chillaxing, playing some Yu-Gi-Oh. Not worried about doing stuff like sealed only, which I don't know if I'm gonna continue. But let me know if you guys want to see more of that. But that's on hold for now. But I've just been playing a ton of Exosister, especially with the Brave and DPE engine. I'm experimenting with it, and I gotta say, I've had some pretty nice success with this deck. I mean, I took second at locals like this Friday, and then I got second at the case tournament the next day after that tournament. So I mean, 2 second place finishes in a row. That's pretty nice, and I definitely faced some pretty hard decks, especially like the case tournament. Faced one of the worst matchups for Exosister, which is Flunder. Like, Flunder doesn't do anything with their graveyard, so like, I don't know how I won that. I just drew the right cards, and definitely the other 2 engines besides the Exosister definitely helps. And so you guys will probably be able to see the like the deck profile, because had Asian Persuasion do one, and then one of my friends, Yugioh Gaming channel. So I'll probably like link that like up there or down there somewhere when they come out, if you guys are seeing this later. But so I've been playing through, so I'm gonna show you guys kind of some stuff to watch out for, maybe some combos for the deck of this variant, so you guys can go through and see what this deck actually can do. Alright, so this is like a simple combo. So there's a ton of level 4 extenders in this deck, so very commonly you will see at least 1 or 2 of them. So this is kind of like so your end board is gonna kind of actually look kind of like a Tri-Brigade board, like the set Revolt and DPE, except it's gonna be set Vadis and DPE or something like that with this variant. So with here, use the normal special the Elise, and then we get a free draw off Sophia. You go Mikai Elise to search for the trap, which specials 2 if you didn't know. There's a lot of things you can do with this. It's definitely all about timing with this trap card, and of course if they force it out, then you just have to use it. But that's the nice thing about it, is that they're not technically used yet until you actually Xe summon with those Exosisters. Because if you didn't know, if your opponent moves a card out of the graveyard, out of either graveyard, you can Xe summon on top of the monster. So you'll have a lot of stuff to do if they actually do move stuff out of the grave. But if you're playing Thunder, yeah, that's not gonna happen. But so basically, it's just that you get rid of them and go for good old Verte and freaking DPE. Insane card, by the way. So your follow-up is actually pretty nice, because your follow-up for next turn, you have like no cards in hand, and there's like next to no cards in the deck that you brick on that you can't like use immediately. There's very few cards of that, and if it's like a spell or trap, you just set them. So you get a draw 2 for sure. You can get the Elise special if your Vadis goes through and you at least Xe summon one of them. So you will have an Exosister extra, and then the DPE, if it didn't get out, it'll be back too. So it has actually nice follow-up, but like it does kind of depend on the DPE engine, sadly. Alright, so this is with a bunch more extenders, which is possible. I think Parallel Exceed is actually the stronger extender, because it actually counts as like 2 level 4s. But like, let's see what we can do, because with the Brave engine we are protected. We don't get a free draw off Sophia here in this instance, but that doesn't really matter too much, because the Brave engine is pretty good for follow-up, because the equip spell is pretty good. Anyways, let's go through simple stuff. Get your right. I'm sure you guys have already seen this combo. You normal summon first to make sure you get that trigger off to add the equip spell, and then you add the Griffin, send the equip spell, equip it back, and now you have an Omni Negate. You're protected here. You special both, and you go for a classic Mikai Elise here. You already know what we're adding. We're definitely going to be adding our Vadis here. And a little important thing, it may or may not ever come up, but you want to special summon your Elise first before you activate your Exosister on board. But that's just to play around Gamma. But you do have Griffin Rider for that anyways. But that's just like a thing that might come up, because Exosisters get hit hard by Gamma. Like, Gamma on Exosisters is really, really strong. But I haven't played too much against Gamma, so I don't know. But of course, you go for the Verte, sending the Mikai Elise and the extra extender. So I want to keep Elise here because you actually can play a little bit better by forcing the XC summon first with Elise and then using Vadis later, because not only does Griffin Rider out itself anyways, so does the DPE. So more times than not, then you're gonna be able to free up your board, and the only time that wouldn't happen is probably like, I don't know, like droplets for 3 or 2, and also like a I don't know, like Juggler no more. So that's just something to keep out or keep an eye out for if you do it that way. I also could have went like, you know, Almirage or Verte, something like that. There's a lot of different ways you could play this, but you know, I just like having the extra on board or on field body Elise to play with right away. And I usually out the Verte. I've seen more often than not that it, you know, ends up biting me back that I didn't out it, but that's just, you know, it's sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. All right, now here's the full combo. Very specific hand that this will happen to, but you don't even need the Parallel Exceed if you draw Fusion Destiny, so it's like either one of those and just a bunch of the extenders here. So of course we're always going to search for the trap. Always pretty simple there. We go All Mirage, we get the nice Parallel Exceed summon, Caspitel to get our Elise back, especially Elise first, because you won't be able to special her after if you make Utopic Draco Future too early. And then from here you go the Verte, of course, and we have a nice board of look at that, 3 negates, one, no, not 3 negates, what am I saying, 1 Draco Future negate, the Griffin Rider Omni negates, the Vadis quick effect, and the DPE. So this is pretty good. So you most of the time will go for Vadis, but in some matchups I actually side Vadis out, so that is something to look out for. Depending on the matchup, like I said, decks that just don't use the graveyard at all, I actually side out my my spell and traps for Exosisters. I might keep the spell. The spell is the one that you can force an XC summon, so that one's actually okay. But you would probably only play one of that because you can just search for that one anyways. But yeah, so Utopic Draco Feature is definitely the better pick to go into if you don't know what your opponent's playing. And DPE is always a safer option too, because like going first, if you can get both the trap and DPE, you go for it. But if you can only get DPE or the trap, I'd always go for DPE rather than just, you know, the trap, because you never know. If the matchup is bad and you got Vadis instead, you just lose instantly. Alright, so the deck, like I said, I like the deck. I like Exosisters. They just need a little bit more. I'm not really sure what they would really need. I think another pair of the sisters would be really nice with like better effects. Like these are okay, but you know, Irene is very bad, or Elaine, the original translation. I like Elaine more actually, but Stella's okay. Comes up sometimes, but not really. And Sophia, it's a nice draw, but usually you can only get that off of packs because we're playing the Brave engine, so that turns off the normal summon effects. And definitely when the new Xyz comes in, I would think about replacing Utopic Draco Future, because the Magnifica actually outs more things than Utopic Draco Future, so it's a very weird situation. But yeah, like I said, in the bad matchups where your opponent doesn't use much of this stuff, I'll usually set out like an extender or 2, and then the 2 traps, and go for stuff like, you know, Lancia if that hurts him, or Droll or whatever, or evenly. So the deck, honestly, not bad. In the right matchup, it's like, you know, tier 3 or Rogue. In the bad matchup, this deck just sucks. So I mean, that's all I got. I don't have much. Just, you know, I just been chilling. Let me know what you guys think about this deck. Like I said, the deck profiles, you know, for actual proof that I got second or whatever, I will be like, I'll link it like down below or whatever. And you know, just let me know what you guys think. And if there's any other decks you guys want me to try out, I have quite a bit of stuff. I've been thinking about Brave Generator though, or Generator Invoke. I don't know yet. I really like Generator still, so expect to see something like that soon. But that's gonna be it from me, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.